Youth practitioner, and I run a small charity. Well, we supply hot meals once a week, and we give food parcels to young people in hostels, mother and baby units, ex-offenders, and substance abuse. But I'll say 70% of our services is mostly used by young people in hostels and HMOs. I've just applied for my first bit of funding a couple of weeks ago actually, so I won't know till September, end of September, August, but I've been funding it myself mainly since last March out of my pocket, and it's becoming a drain because I've not been able to do all the things I normally do, like go on holiday, even buy myself some trainers and just certain things I was able to treat myself to. This last year, it's not been, since last April, I've not, so that's why I'm glad I got the charity number now and I can start applying for some support and help with that. I think the word is used, when I was growing up, there was such thing as community, but I think now it's thrown around loosely. My word on community would be each one teach one. We support each other. Like, I've always thought my neighbours, first point of support, then their neighbours, my road. That's what I say is community, because when I grew up, I grew up in Deptford, Peeps Estate. I don't know, maybe it's because of an estate, it was a community feel to it. Does that make sense? As in, you could come out one day and my friend's mum's cooking for everyone, and everyone go and eat, drink, and maybe next week, my other friend's mum's doing it. That's what I used to call community, but I think we're afraid of each other now, as people. So that's why I think the community thing is dying down. We're very much afraid of each other. The news don't help with that. Social medias don't help, because the more they pump fear, the more people fear their neighbour. I know a lot. A lot of people think it was just Jamaicans. I'm Nigerian, and I know some Nigerians was involved in that, and lots of different people came through during the Windrush. Lots of, even some white countries and things like that. I heard it was a whole mix of people who weren't just Jamaicans. So, yeah, I've learned my history over the years since I've been in the community. Because I was naughty, but since I've gone to uni, I think I went to uni in 2010. So I've learned to re-educate myself and educate myself, not through the school system, but through I learned to love reading books. I went through a stage of just reading. So when I was reading, uni helped me with that, because I was forced to read. So I ended up enjoying reading. And when I just went to learn about things, I didn't mind reading on it. I could read 10 books on one subject now, just to get a well-informed take. So I know when I talk to people about it, because I know there's very intelligent people out here. I don't want to sound stupid talking to intelligent people. So I have to know what I'm talking about. Do you understand? So that's one of my main aims of knowing what I'm talking about before I talk about it. One is definitely Lee Lang. He used to run Moonshot football. Carib. But there was Moonshot, used to be a Moonshot back in the days. That's when I was 14, 15. Lee, when I got kicked out at 14, yeah? Lee was one of the people that used to look after me. I appreciate Lee. He looked after a lot of us. Even now when I talk to people, Lee was one of those people that, I grew up poor. I got no issues with that. But anything I didn't have, I could go to Lee and Lee would have it. Football boots, trainers. He was one of those kind of guys. Because he wanted you to succeed in football. But yeah, Lee Lang, and I know he's sick now, so I try to check up on him as much as I can. But Lee Lang is a community hero. Colin Skyers, he was one of the other people that used to help us a lot, growing up. Because if we didn't have those people, it would always be 100% negative. Those people bring the 30% positive, 50% when I was younger. When I was growing up, Scotland was the knife capital of UK, if you remember. Scotland had very high knife crime, Glasgow. So when I study how it was cleaned up, it's quite easy. You can see how it was cleaned up. We could replicate the same here. So it's more to do with opportunities. In Scotland, the government put money into lots of businesses that end up employing lots of young people. Money didn't just go to one area, it went into the whole thing. Over here when we talk about, they just want to pump money into one area. It's not going to work like that. The more opportunities, one, I don't think a lot of young people believe like I didn't. So it took me about, maybe till I was like 35, I started really believing in myself. I was a very confident young man, don't get me wrong. I did a lot of naughty stuff when I was younger. I was very confident. I was one of the biggest drug dealers in my area, so I was a very confident young man. But when I mean belief is in that, when I got ideas, I never really follow it through because I think, oh, that's too big, oh, that's too much. Those ideas, if I had more belief, I would have carried them through from when I had the ideas when I was younger, if that makes sense. I just thought, no, this won't happen, this can't happen. But growing up now, as young people, your ideas, I help them. I think the world is run by ideas. We need to believe in ourselves more. I think if we believe in ourselves more, especially the young people, a lot of them are starting to, because I see what they do with the social medias and that, but I still think a lot of them think the idea's a bit too big. I thought certain ideas I had when I was younger was a bit too big. Till I told someone else and they did it and I learned. When you got ideas, don't be throwing it around. Just believe in yourself and carry it through. You know?